Na. Rasmus Hojlund is going to work for Manchester United. Today, I've been in a good mood. I listened to a nice Pato Ranking song. I love Pato Ranking. And I had this new song about 10 days ago. It's called Higher. I loved it. But anyhow, so Rasmus Hojlund will work for Manchester United. Despite the loss to Arsenal, guys, you might be wondering why I'm happy. It's because I think, honestly, we had a lot of good signs in that game. We cannot try to compare ourselves to Arsenal, a team that has been with their manager for way longer than we have, a team that has seen a bit of stability for some time. Against us, compare that to us who are just trying to recover. We are still struggling with the takeover that's not ending. It affects how you play. You saw how we struggled with transfers, but the way we put on a good case for ourselves, for me, I thought was commendable. We put them under pressure, and today I didn't watch the game at home. I watched it in a pub with a couple of friends and players there, and Arsenal and Man United supporters. So the banter was there. It was tight, and trust me, the most painful, and I know it's the same way wherever you are. The most painful moment for any Manchester United supporter is losing to Arsenal. It's losing to Arsenal, and the way they celebrated. And if we had beaten them like we had threatened, with Marcus Rashford giving us the lead, they were dying in there. But of course, when Harry Maguire was coming on, they were all applauding. The Arsenal supporters were happy. But I thought actually Harry Maguire also showed calmness. He was fitting into the whole system of play. So for me, I think there are a lot of positives to pick for Manchester United. I never imagined for one moment that we would have a situation where we see Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans playing against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium in the centre back. I never imagined that would happen, but that's what happens when you have two world-class centre backs who cannot give you 5 consistent games. Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, guys, we need to stop pretending about them. They are good, we love them, but these injuries, man, I mean, sorry, I know you don't wish for them, but I mean, guys, we need defenders, because we are improving from the midfield going forward. We are improving properly. We improved in goal. But the back line is still looking sketchy. Yes, we have 2 players who, when they are fit, proper, decent, world class, we are good to go. But they are not consistent, man, and we don't know how long this will go on. We thought maybe it would end, but it doesn't seem like it will end. I hope Lisandro Martinez's injury is not that serious. We are yet to get a proper report. Because last time he was substituted, but Ten Hag later said it was not because he was injured, but because he was trying to avoid him getting a red card. We hope it's the same thing, but because I think he had got a yellow card, just moments before he was substituted. So I don't know, but in terms of how we play, we put a couple of good touches together. Now we have Rasmus Hojlund, who is a focal point that lacked in Manchester United. We are always playing, to whoever who comes and swings in a goal. We have pretenders of strikers, but this is a proper target man. You saw him with his, back to goal, and how he was, taking on guys physically, and Arsenal has big defenders, Saliba, name them. I mean, Gabriel, they are huge, but he was bullying them. That's what you need from a striker. The runs he was making, so energetic. He was, involved in 1-2. You saw the nice, 1-2 with his left in the build-up to Garnacho's eventually a cancelled goal. I thought he was confident. In fact, I would give him a 7 out of 10 for his debut, the few minutes he had. I think I would give him a cool 7. There were moments of selfishness from Marcus Rashford. You would expect that. It's not new. I mean, we saw some selfishness from Mohamed Salah to Sadio Mane when they had won stuff together for a long time even. But what about this new player? I mean, you expect that to happen. But for me, by and large, I was impressed. Erik Ten Hag was impressed, speaking after the game, that and I told you from the game against Nottingham Forest, I thought, whereas we had moments where we made mistakes that cost us those 2 quick goals, the fight back we brought, the second half at some moment, and the fire, the hunger, the desire to push, but also the confidence on the ball in terms of building up what we're doing. For me, I felt like we are an improved team. I felt like we are going forward, we are progressing, and I felt energized being a Manchester United supporter. So this is what I saw with Arsenal. We are confident in front of their crowd, where we bullied them, we took them on. Arsenal are better ball players than us, understandably. They were best, but we contained them. Even when you see, when you have a good template, even the bad players look good. when you're playing with good players, all confident on the ball, even the bad players will look good. I'll tell you, whereas we have issues with this backline, with these defenders, if we maintain this good template, any defender can play in that team. Think about Barcelona with Luis Suarez, not Luis Suarez, rather, with okay, Luis Suarez was there also at some point, but with Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué was never, he was a reject at Manchester United. He was never a world-class defender, but he just went with the rhythm, the flow of Barcelona that was engineered by the other players, the midfielders, the ball players, Xavi, Iniesta, and the rest, and Messi. So if you got players who are good on the ball all around you, everyone else, the defenders have a few moments on the ball. All they've got to do is be confident to pass and touch short passes, and that makes football look easy and interesting. I will tell you, the template is looking good. When that happens, even Harry Maguire will go back to the prime Harry Maguire we saw, and we might be saying, okay, maybe it was a blessing in this guy that he stayed, because, guys, maybe the system confused him at some point, because what would have happened to the Maguire we bought for £80 million? So maybe let's focus, because we are stuck with him. Let's be positive that maybe he can build. The Arsenal supporters cheered when he came on, but I think he was actually trying to change the tempo of the game. So there are lots of positives to pick, and I would rather we focus on those, and think we will improve. Garnacho, looking like a proper impact substitute, comes in there and with his runs makes the right decision. That VAR call against us, I thought but again, that's where football has gone now. Back then that would have been a goal. We would have been arguing up to now. Was it an offside or not? But I don't think anyone would have insisted a lot that it was an offside. It was so close, too close to call, even for VAR. But it's very interesting. So there's something coming out here that Jadon Sancho has released a statement following Erik ten Hag's comments. Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I have been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I will continue to fight for this badge no matter what. Now, that is the latest. That's a statement that has just come through from Mason Greenwood, rather from Jadon Sancho, I beg your pardon, from Jadon Sancho, responding to comments from the manager Erik ten Hag. Now, I do want to read for you those comments. I first wanted guys to start on a positive note. This is a bit of a developing story, but let me just read for you what Erik ten Hag said in a statement that seemed quite interesting. I'm trying to look it up. Just a minute. After that game against Arsenal, of course, Erik ten Hag, like I told you, was a bit excited and made some statements. But it was, I think, a bit momentous for him. It was, seeing how improved his lot was. But he made some statements on Jadon Sancho that I want to read for you verbatim. Erik ten Hag, okay. Just a minute. Here, I think here I have got it. There you go. So, Sancho was left out of the squad, and he said that the training wasn't good. That is according to Erik ten Hag. He said, I'm failing to get the statement, but anyhow, let me just tell you the story. So, Erik ten Hag was asked why Jadon Sancho was not in the squad, and according to ten Hag, he said Sancho did not train good. I will be honest, guys. I will tell you this honestly. The man above will bear me witness. Last night, before I was praying for my video, I went through the Manchester United website and looked at short videos that were posted on the website showing the team training. I swear to God, my instinct was not impressed by the body language of Jadon Sancho. I felt like he was lazy. I was actually going to mention it in the video yesterday, but then I clicked on another video which was a bit old, older back in, I think, because I saw Fred was still there, And he had I think he made a good hit for a goal, and I thought about it. I'm like, oh, maybe I can't judge from just based on this one short video. But for Erik ten Hag to make that statement and say Jadon Sancho did not train well this week, for me, just took me back there and reminded me of what I said, and maybe I read it right. But Sancho is now coming out to deny, saying he trained so well and all. Where would he have fit into what we saw? We lost. Yes, we lost, and we acknowledge it. But I actually do not blame Erik ten Hag for any decision. I will say, like I said, I was only surprised that Rasmus Hojlund did not start. But Anthony Martial, when he was a little fit, I think he tried. So for me, he gave us what is expected of him now, really. So for me, I don't think Jadon Sancho could have changed anything. I think if he was there, perhaps he could have confused Erik ten Hag to bring him on instead of Garnacho, which I thought would have been bad. But for me, Sancho, to be honest, and for me, he's beginning now to to start something for against him, because we know proper when you start this with Erik ten Hag, he will push you out, he will lock him out, and I think it will happen. But also, what Erik ten Hag is doing is showing these players that we do more. He's demanding for more from these players. He's demanding for more, and we are seeing Harry Maguire is trying. And for me, that's the little credit I would give to Maguire. With all the humiliation he's been subject to, you can see he's trying to do better. He's trying to improve. He's trying to fight. And for me, that's it. Because we've seen Maguire play. I think there is a point when we went about 13 games. I think with 13 clean sheets. I think when he went out, we started losing games. I mean, conceding goals. He has been solid. He has. That's why he earned actually the captain's armband, to be honest, back then. But you see now that when things went south, he tried to fight, and Erik ten Hag humiliated him, stripped him of captaincy, but he's not crying around like a baby. Just do your work. You are earning £350,000 per week for doing what? Absolutely nothing. The manager is telling you to step up your game, going in the press and saying you did not have a good training. That's a polite way of saying, you're a talented young man, I expect more from you. So instead of being motivated, you're going out in the media, because you're Jadon Sancho and you're posting stuff, don't believe what you're saying, whatever you hear. These babies of today, these little players of today, just cannot understand. They're so soft. And this is what Cristiano Ronaldo said. These kids are so soft. Back then, the likes of Rio Ferdinand with Sir Alex Ferguson, he goes out there in the press and makes such a statement about you. You won't go back, speak back. You just step up your game and fight. There's no entitlement. Earn your place. But this is where we are. Jadon Sancho trying to make statements and responding to the manager and all. But I think he's just digging his grave. He's just confirming what you already know. He's there, but he's not serving us. He's just earning big wages for nothing. He will be let go of. But what's good, guys, is that Rasmus Hojlund is here. He looked good. I think he will be a hit for Manchester United. He's physical, he's fast, he's energetic, he's direct, he knows how to play back to goal. I mean, for me, we're looking good. I think we're looking good. We are progressing. We will be there. We will be there, guys. We will be there. Web Daniel, that's my name. Hotspot. Subscribe, guys. I will be back later this week with more.